How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Secret of Mana. We are here at the second of the two big dungeons that you have to do at the end of the game here. And I just got Acid Rain because whatever. So in the last episode, we managed to pick up, well, we picked up a rare item, a Watcher's Ring, which is dropped by Eggplant Man in the train. And oh, watch for these turtles. These guys can get real nasty. I'm actually kind of happy that I'm using the Javelin right now, because in the original they had this attack where they were like, well, you know how in the forest the turtles that you fight there kind of have this like ramming attack that they do. They get in their shells and they're like hoops. They do power shell on you or something. But then you get to this fortress and these turtles like go after you on wheels. But even then they weren't really that threatening because they weren't that fast. Well, these guys are a little different. So also it's still Heckhound. It's not Hellhound. I think Big Clingy was asking about that, or somebody was wondering, you know, if they changed that translation or whatever, because, you know, I think originally it's supposed to be Hellhound. I should let this guy go so he can show his attack. Show that wheel attack, man. That looks... no way. Here we go. Whoops. Whoa, there he went. He's very fast. He really gets around, let me tell you. Oh, did you just fall on your back for no reason? Oh, jeez. Yeah. That was a critical hit. That was 12 damage. Is it because of the armor that I picked up, or was it a number that disappeared? Yeah, I noticed that sometimes when you get a really big hit, you don't see it, because the numbers tend to kind of overlap each other. Like one will show up and then it'll instantly disappear so the next one can show up. So that's cool, but at the same time it's slightly misleading as to what damage you think you're doing. So there have been a lot of boss fights where I've done more damage than I realized I did because I didn't see the numbers. That's one thing I really like about Second Densetsu 3, was every single number you could see it, because they just popped off in all different directions. It was really cool, actually. When you were doing a lot of damage in that game, you knew it, because those numbers went flying off in every which way but loose. I do not like these enemies at all. First of all, they're hard to hit. Second of all, apparently they're immune to balloon. They're immune to balloon best. And apparently they're impossible to hit too. Just knock your ass on the ground. There we go. So we're gonna need a Whippica here. Who wants to be my Von Karma here? Or should I just be Von Karma myself? I'm not exactly much of a cross-dresser, if I'm being honest here. I think I might be going the wrong way here, actually. Because aren't these, like, not open right now? Or one of them supposed to be? Now, let's just go have a look. I think I was supposed to go in the door downstairs first, actually, but... if I was wrong about that, then, well, I just was. Ooh, look at this. Oh, National Scar? Is that National Scar? I think it might be. Yeah, they took the Naked Lady out, too. It's something I should have talked about last time when we saw this thing, but... that's like the one thing that everybody knows about this game. The only way for a game to be popular these days is for it to be a meme. And, well, that's as close to meme-worthy as I think this game gets. Pictures of naked ladies in the books. Or Santa Claus. Having a little trouble with the Lady Ace? You don't understand. She's a...
Having a little trouble with the Lady Ace? You don't understand. She's a...
My sister and I used to quote that all the time. That part of Ace Ventura. But what she would do is, like, but one of us would say the first part, and then the other person had to say the second part after they said the first part. So, like, we would be laying in bed in the morning, you know, trying to wake up, you know, and it's so hard to wake up in the morning, you know. So we'd be laying there, and one of us would say it to help the other one wake up, because then the other one would have to say the other part. So you can just imagine us both in bed, you know, and one of us is like, having trouble with the Lady Ace, and the other person has to go, you don't understand. She's and you're doing that while you're half asleep. It's just funny. It's funny is what it is. Yeah, we are in the wrong place here. You know what? Probably the smartest thing to do here would be to magic rope it. Oh, I think National Scar has a rare drop too. So we may have to... I mean, I don't know. Should we do another bonus video? Let me see something here. Why did I leave the dungeon? I'm not sure why I did that. I probably just wasn't thinking about what I was doing. Well, I said this dungeon would be a breeze if you knew what you were doing, but apparently I didn't know what I was doing. I just forgot which door to go in first. Bottom or the top. Because usually when you come up... Well, that's the thing though, there's two of them here. I thought that door was going to lead to a puzzle. So throughout this dungeon, you're going to come into several rooms that look like this. And each one of them has a crystal in it. And you have to attack the crystal with a spell, which you can analyze the crystal to see what it is. Or you just look at the color of the room and try to make a second guess, or try to make a guess as to what spell you actually need here. This one in particular is actually Gnome. Even though the room looks like Salamando, it's actually Gnome, so might as well hit all three of them. First slide, level 7, baby. Yes, even if the attack is divided, it still works on the crystal, so might as well do that. Heard a sound in the distance. We'll be hearing a lot of sounds in the distance, that's for sure. Would you stop spawning those? Really, man? You're very annoying. Oh, but look at that magic defense, though. Alright. So most of these are going to be leveled off into like two groups of two. You're going to see one on one side, one on the other. Nice. Thanks, but I can explain that just fine myself. What I usually do, though, is I just go with the left side here. That way you can get... Uh-oh. I mean, that way you can, like, see the crystal, you can target it, and you can hit it without being harassed by the monsters at all. That's how I always did it. Apparently you can still do that here, so thank goodness. They will still cast their magic, though. And there you go, that's 2 for 2. Now, obviously, there's only 8 elementals in the game, so... And I don't believe there's one for Dryad in here, which is kind of strange, but... Okay, I'm not sure why. Maybe because Dryad is like the owner of this place. She kind of does belong here, I guess. Alright, so now we're ready to tackle this part, which we couldn't do before. Maybe it's good that I went this way first, so I could show you. You can see how before these little square platforms were blocking us off from the doors here? Well, that's what we just did by hitting those crystals. So now we can get through to these doors and hit the next crystals. This one is Sylphid, so... Oh, well, I had it on L1. I'm not sure why I did that. Wow, did I almost hit that from here? Wait. I'm trying to attack him while the crystal's shimmering. I think I almost hit that from here. I totally can. Wow. Probably would be smart to fight them, as I'm pretty sure the National Scar actually has a rare drop as well. But I've been too lazy, and if I wanted to grind him, I'd probably just grind off of this one here. Let me just see what happens. I mean, if we have to get something from him, we have to do it now, because this fortress is going to disappear as soon as we're done. Okay, so this one is Salamando. So we'll just go fire. Usually just about any spell will work. I don't think it matters too much here. But I always just go with the cheapest one, or the one that I use the most often, so usually that's all you gotta do. The hardest ones to tell are Lumina and Luna. So those are the two that kind of look the same. You might not immediately recognize. The best way to tell is Luna's got the purple torches. She's the Moon Palace, and the moon is weird, and purple is weird, so that's kind of how you tell. National Scar's tangled. Have you ever seen a book get tangled? Well, you're about to. Well, nothing there. So let's go upstairs. So now we're in this little section again. And I think this is a dead end, actually. Yeah, it is. But there are 2 more crystals that are fairly easy to get from here. You might not immediately notice this, but you can go down through these little walls. Now this right here that I'm standing on, this was like a pool of water before. But because we hit the 2 crystals we did just now, now we can get across to these. To the next 2 crystals. Oh, gee. I wonder which one this could be. I just can't possibly imagine. I do like that little crystal animation, though. I mean, it does freeze you for longer than the original did, but oh well. It's kind of worth it because it looks cool. You know. Oh, there's a treasure chest over there. I think that might be an orb, so I want to check that out. Ah, here we go. This one, I believe, is Lumina. So, Lumina, you want to do it? Do your worst. I guess you can also tell from the windows. They're all like yellow and stuff. But then it's like, well, that's like the moon too, because Luna is yellow. The elemental itself is yellow. Whereas Lumina's more white, so you might think, oh, this must be Luna. But it's the torches that make the difference there. So Luna's torches are a little bit weirder. Oh, excuse me, Heckhound, what are you doing? Let's see what we got here. That's a sword orb, hell yeah. Does anybody notice, like, Aaron on Game Grumps lately? He's been saying, like, hell yeah. He's doing this weird, like, hell yeah thing. It's kind of funny. It's funny because, like, people, like, everybody I know does that. They come up with stuff that they start saying regularly, and it just becomes a thing. Like, remember how a few years back I was like, Wither tongue straight at my butt! I was saying that all the time. And I haven't said that in like 2 years. So, I noticed this room here is strangely bigger than it was before. I don't mind. It's kind of cool. There's some turtles here too. Just trapped down there waiting to get whipped, I tell you. So now we can get up here, and there should be... Oh wow, look at these windows. What in the world is going on with these windows? Do I have all the monsters here? I don't really know if I do. Let's see here. It looks like I probably do. I have the sword, I have the turtle, I have the book, I have the gremlin. Thank God, I Heckhound. I think that's about it. I think that's all that's in here. I mean, that's 5 different enemy types in one dungeon. Doing a little better than... I guess you're doing a little better than Breath of the Wild is there. Oh man. Did I seriously just burn Breath of the Wild? Didn't mean to. He's gonna go ahead and get us through this here. I can already hear the boss music. It's like... because we're almost done already. I guess these dungeons aren't nearly as bad as I make them up to be. But once again, like, it's different. Like, if you're coming through this and you don't know what the... like, which rooms are which, or which elements work in which rooms, you might find yourself a little hard-pressed to advance. But when you're obsessed with the game, like me, and you never watch your HP even though you are, then you just kind of learn these things as you go. Okay, so this is Luna's room. And it's the windows that are purple, not the torches. Pretty sure in the original it was the torches that were blue, and that was your tip-off. But, oh, you know, you can actually use MP Absorb on this one. I never knew that that worked, but it does, because I did it last time. See that? I don't know if that works in the original. I never did it in the original. I always thought it had to be a spell that actually, like, inflicted physical alteration of some sort, you know? That the crystal would feel, rather than a spell that kind of drains you from the inside, where you can't really physically see it happen. I don't know, aside from the effects of the game telling you that it's happening, you know. So we come to the right side. Let's do the same thing over here. And this should do it. There's a couple of other whipping pegs up there you can get to, but it's really no point. And with this, we find ourselves right back home again. Recognize this room? You probably should. Alright, so I decided to set up my fire attacks here. I would also miss with a whip. Why not? Ooh-wee. This should be over in about 10 seconds here. 9, 8, 7, 6. Never mind. Even faster than I thought. So anyway, so we come up here now. Yeah, something indeed isn't right. I'm surprised they didn't do something with this, because this is always kind of dumb. The Emperor, he's dead! What's going on? Except in the original, they didn't say dead. They just said, the Emperor, he's... You know, and of course you see it and you're like, wait, what are they saying there? Because it looks like he's standing, so... I guess the implication is that he's sitting, or like laying back or something? Or anyway, I don't know. Sorry, Mr. Emperor, can I get to my seed? What do we need to do here? You know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to, in advance here, I'm going to throw up some moon energy in advance here. Oh man, look at that spear. Oh, that shit looks cool as hell, man. There's some really nice weapon designs in this. And considering how seemingly pointless they would have been.
You're the one who betrayed the Emperor!
I'm afraid so. Now that we control the Mana Fortress, we control the whole world.
Who's we?
Long time no see!
Aha! The children are back. It has been a while.
What have you done with Diluc? Is he safe?
Of course. I wouldn't want anything to happen to my new body, after all.
What?
He does not owe you an explanation. Sir, please head to the fortress. I will get revenge for Sheik's and Geshtar right here and now.
Well, you just do that then with your feet pointing inward sexily. Alright, so this boss, well, you can pretty much do whatever you want. She can be a little nasty with her pygmy attacks, but as long as you got the pygmy hammer, it's not any cause for concern. Here she goes. She's about to do it. That is that she survives my crit. Let's see here. Take care of you. Put a tube in that and you'll be all set. Gem missile level 6 going on here. Oh man. Piece of cake, man. Well, last time I didn't have moon energy up to level 7, so I was only getting maybe 2 or 3 crits. But now you get, like, at least... It's probably just you get as many crits as however many levels the spell is, I guess. I don't know. But it seems like at level 0 you still get 2, though. So maybe it's like level plus 2 or something. Probably with a little added randomizer in there. I don't know. Because you suck! That's why. Alright. Okay, maybe this is Dryad's room then. So I was sitting there wondering, like, what would Dryad's room look like in this dungeon? Well, I think you're looking at it right now, actually. Okay, so I'm gonna reestablish the moon energy before we get in here. Alright. So we got Paxesis coming up here pretty soon. Probably by the time this video goes up. Oh.
You could say he is and isn't Geshtar. I used ancient magic to create a living machine. Now my faithful servants can serve me in death as well. You're the lowest of the low.
How utterly evil. Alright. This was actually a very annoying boss to fight the first time. For one thing, I was missing like basically every single time. But I was also level 40 something, so it might have something to do with it. Yeah, see, then he puts up the wall, so you can't use magic on him. So that's why I wanted the moon energy, for this fight in particular. Oh man, he's with that wave cannon there. Oof, yeah, that hurts. Here, you want some help there? Here. I think I'm out of crits though, you might have to give me another pump all my moon energy here again. I'm not surprised, I hit him about 8 times there. Oops. What I should do is get the moon energy and then charge my weapon on top of it. Just make sure I cast it on the right person here. That would be a start. Yeah, if you're not hitting him and you're not doing anything else besides charging, he won't do that much besides just fly back and forth and make a really weird sound. Woo! 891. Holy jeez, man. That was level 5. Detention block AA-23. Level 5 plus critical hit equals almost max damage. No! Oh man. Well, it was worth a shot. Last time I played this, it sounded like a certain word. I can't think of what it was now. Got him. No problem. Yeah, last time? Oh, god, that fight must have taken me 15 minutes. Maybe 10. It took a long time. A lot longer than it felt like it should have. That's why it pays to level your spells, though. Or at least level the ones that matter. I could have thrown some speed up on there with it. Probably wouldn't have missed that one time, but oh well. Oh man, it's Spear Orb. I don't want to part with this spear. Get out as fast as you can. Not messing with that right now. Just gonna let the music play a little bit here. Anyway, should probably make some progress here. So let's get back over to the sunken continent here, which it really is sunken again. It actually really looks like a sunken continent from above, though, when it goes back down. Here, can I have a boost?
Safe. Are you wounded at all? Rest and get your strength back.
Sure thing. At least all that grinding, though, for those rare items was good for something, because I was going to have to do that for the gold anyway. And now I have the gold to get what I need here.
Barely managed to get away. We failed to stop them from reviving the fortress. The sword is not yet restored. The mana beast will soon appear. The world will fall in the crossfire between the beast and the fortress. But we must not give up hope. Remember what Sage Jock said. At the edge of the world, you'll find a sealed realm known as the Pure Land. Usually it's hidden under a cloud of mana fog so dense you couldn't even fly in. But now, the fortress is consuming the last of the world's mana to power itself. The barrier around the Pure Land will have gotten weaker. You should be able to reach it. The seeds you've been using to restore the sword are part of the mana tree itself. You should be able to synchronize with the tree and bring the sword back to its full power.
It's not over until it's over. We'll find the Pure Land.
No human has set foot in.
No, actually, we'll find it.
You must be prepared for anything.
Yeah, be prepared for a lot of grinding. We could have even more bonus videos. I don't know. But yeah, oh boy. I don't know if I mentioned this in the original LP, but the first time I played this and they talked about the Pure Land and the dense cloud of fog, I didn't get it. Like, I didn't get what they were talking about.
We're counting on you. Make sure Mew
It took me forever to figure out what they meant, and then, oh man, look at my gold right now. Okay, so Van Brace will... You might as well get 3 of everything.
Anything else?
Yeah, so I guess on a normal playthrough you probably wouldn't be able to afford this just yet. But, and it remains to be seen whether or not that armor is as good as what we picked up. Yeah, see, Cockatrice's cap is actually better. So, also it gives immunity to Petrify, whereas this doesn't. So that's cool. So I'll pass on the Needle Helm. Vest Guard will be good, though. And Vambrace, hell yeah. Let's go to Sprite here. Give you your Needle Helm. Give you your Vest Guard. Now let me see. Oh my god. Wait, no, that's what he already has equipped, dude. Maybe 2 overzealous. Yeah, so it's not that much of a difference, but what we have, what we got, that drop, that rare drop is actually better than this is, so... I wish it didn't have to be so slight, the difference, like, really. As hard as the stuff is to find, you'd think it would be more... I don't know, that they'd make it more worth your while. I mean, I'm not saying it has to make you totally invincible, but man, I mean, it's like a 1% difference, you know, in the damage you take. I don't see how grinding for 2 or 3 hours for 1% is in any way worth anything, but hey, it's all just a matter of opinion, I suppose. We will do that, so sell. And so sell this right back to you, sell that, sell that, and sell that. Sell that, that, and that. And sell this, and this, and this, and that. So I would normally buy, you know, fairy walnuts from you, but, well, I don't need to on there next. We get royal jam here. Medical herbs, we need more cup of popcorn chickens here. Let's get some barrels while we're at it.
Anything else?
No, that'll do it. We have no use for money anymore in this game. Aside from getting that up to 9,999,999 2 years ago. Oh. Yeah, I'm glad there wasn't an achievement for that. There is an achievement for reaching level 99, though. So we'll probably have to do that at some point. I'm doing okay. Like, we're basically end game experience here. Like, so I've beaten the game at a lower level than this plenty of times. Like, a normal playthrough for me, I'd be a lower level than this when I beat the game. It's only because of that rare drop that I had to grind for that I have so much experience right now. So either way, so you know what, I'm actually going to go ahead and go to the Pure Land. Because if I don't show that now, then I can't, like, try to grind in between videos for what's there. So, but I can always, you know, come back and reintroduce you. The only thing I can do is fight the first boss, but I don't think I'll need to. But, oh, no, going the wrong way. That's actually back this way. Yeah, this volcano here, I didn't get it. I didn't get that this was open. And then eventually I was just flying around and I happened to notice, I'm like, oh, hey, this is here. Even then, I didn't make the connection until later.
I have waited. Come to me. Quickly now.
Sure. Now this is one area of the game that every person remembers their first time coming here because of how brutal and just outright heinous the damages the enemies do to you here. We haven't taken a hit yet, but when we do, you're definitely going to feel it. Especially in the original game when like hits over 200 damage had such huge numbers. I like the look of this tree, it looks like it kind of has a face there a little bit. Anyway, I'm not going to show a lot of this here, but yeah, these are the enemies we will be grinding off of. These in particular will get us Griffin Helm. And once again, we don't need to get 3 of them, but Griffin Helm would be good. I'm surprised they're not hitting us. Is our evasion just that good? Now, if you want, you can use magic on them. Just use Gem Missile, finish them off real quick. I think the only reason they're as easy as they are now is because we have the leftover moon energy. Once we're not critting them every single time, then that'll be a different story. Which I think we've already hit that point. But yeah, these guys are pretty nasty. Well, yeah, they definitely hit Sprite a little bit there, didn't they? Anyway, yeah, like I said, we're not going to do this right now, but yeah, so next time... Yeah, we'll just get back to the beginning here. Whoa, there's one of them pebblers there. Oh wow, this is it. It just drops you right in with them, doesn't it? Well, my bad. I guess we better fight these off before we stop the video here. Here. Just use whatever magic you got. 409. She's my 409, my 409. Alright, I'm just gonna go sleep in the woods here for a while. And next time on Secret of Mana, we take on the Pure Land. See you later.